Hello everybody, welcome back for some more BioShock Infinite. Sorry about the last video being so, I guess, interpersonal, but that's what happens when you don't record for like a good while. I forgot to do the Xbox. One sec. I think I can still do it. I forgot to plug my controller in. This should still work. It does. Okay, cool. Oh god, the sensitivity's way off. Woo, look at that. Yeah, no, I don't think so. Alright, here we go. Now I can finally play with controller. Oh, God, now the sensitivity's too high. That should be fine enough, I think. Okay. Alright, let's just get used to controller playing again, which I know it's kind of weird. And I'm pretty sure... Okay, yeah. That's what I thought. Alright, anywho, so... We're back with more. Great, great, great. You'll love to see it. You'll love to see it. And again, like I said, sorry. I gotta change the control. Okay, maybe the sensitivity was too high. There. Now is it good? It's slightly just weirdly. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I wasn't playing with the controller for a little while, so it took me a little bit to get used to. No. Where are these little bastards hiding at anyway? Just in case, I'm pretty sure squares to reload, right? Yeah. It's supposed to be. Yeah, there's a sniper up here. Alright, cool. Sorry my controller's so damn loud. It's just the Xbox One controller for you. I love the Xbox One controller, by the way. I think it's a really dandy good controller. Regardless of what my friends or my brother says. Well, he's a friend technically, but yeah. Regardless of what they say, I do honestly think that this is still a pretty damn solid controller enough. I don't think they don't hate it. That's right. Never mind. That's something else. Okay. I thought we disagreed on Xbox One controllers being good. That's not the case, so I lied. And I apologize for that. I could have sworn that we all kind of had a disagreement back then about it. But that could just be more of a case of, like, my brother just not really liking Microsoft. Which, I don't blame him. I don't really either. So, there's a lot of games I can play, you know. I'm fine with Halo, I'm fine with Gears of War, stuff like that. I like some of the exclusives like those. Which reminds me, Fable's an exclusive still, too. Well, technically, Halo and Gears are still exclusives. Even when they come to PlayStation, if they ever do, which I've heard that Gears is... No, Gears is, I think it's official, Gears is coming to PlayStation. Like a remaster of it, which I'll probably get that, just for the sake of it. I'd rather it be Gears 3, though, because Gears 3 is pretty cool. I'm not a fan of 1 that much, to be honest with you. I don't think it's terrible, it's just... I have my preferences, that's all. Thank you.
Great.
Forgot for a second how to play this game. I guess. Okay, maybe I'm not doing much better than I did before, but... Yeah, I'm hitting triangle, or hitting Y to switch. Like a doofus. It's like, that's not the right button, you dumb fuck. You know, another reason why I like the carbine for is because it reminds me of, Resistance. Resistance's, machine gun. I guess it's been a bit since I played a shooter like this on a controller as well, apparently. There will be a code in here, by the way, so go grab this. Eventually. I know what the code is.
Can you open this?
I don't think the game knows, though.
My book said most schools.
It might be one of those things where I have to have the game put it in.
Let's hope we find one of those.
Ah, for fuck. I
This
don't.
might be it.
It's right here, though. It's 0451. Which is a...
It's
It's funny, because I remember thinking, like, all the time, I'm like, oh my god, 0451. That's a reference to BioShock. And then, from what I've heard, I don't think it actually came from BioShock. I'm so used to it being a BioShock game. Because that's where I first saw it at. And I don't think it's actually a BioShock thing. I think it came from a different game. Just all together. I forget what game it was. I want to say it might have been like either an RPG or at least a shooter or something like that back then. But regardless, it's a reference to something. Which is still pretty cool. And for those that are probably wanting to know how much longer is it going to be before you beat this game. How many more videos do we have to sit? How many more do we have to sit through before you finally start doing a Dark Souls marathon, for God's sakes? Well, first of all, I don't know where you got the idea I'm doing a Dark Souls marathon at, but second of all, maybe to answer the main question, I would probably wager a guess and say anywhere from like 3 to 4 videos, tops.
Elizabeth,
Like that has to be it, right?
I will stop him.
Are you kidding me? 0451's right there.
That
Like,
is
it's
an oath you cannot
such an odd
promise me that if it comes
thing.
to it, you will not let him take me back.
It won't come to that.
Yeah, again, these cutscenes are very uncanny. Just sometimes just they don't look like they're animated really well, like fluidly at all. I don't have a problem with games having cartoonish slash stylistic whatever. It's just that when you have a game like this that I think is supposed to try to present itself as, look at us, we're so realistic looking. Look how cool this is. It just kind of falls apart when you see things like that, I guess. But that might not even been what they're trying to go for, but that's just the idea that I always got back in the day from, like, the community. The Infinite community. I always felt like people were just more obsessed with the idea of it being like, look at Elizabeth moving around like she's a real character. I guess that probably goes more so to the fact of her voice acting more so than anything. Honestly, that's one way to really bring a character to life is just by good voice acting. I know it's gonna sound really weebish, and I don't blame you for that because it basically is. But honestly, seiyus, Japanese seiyus, basically Japanese voice actors and stuff. God damn, they do a hell of a job when it comes to voice acting. I'm not kidding. They know how to get it right, and that's what I wish we had more of. It's like just people that I gotta get used to the switching mechanic again. People that would really try to get into it. Not to say like Western or whatever is bad inherently either. Like I like Yuri Lowenthal's voice acting sometimes. Like I like him as, you know, Yosuke and P4, stuff like that. Todd Havercorn. I mean, even you know, regardless of what had happened or whatever allegations or whatever, I don't know the full extent of it either. But you know, Vic, when he was voice acting back in the day, was pretty good at his roles, admittedly. So it's just I definitely feel like when I'm just watching anime, it's like, oh my god, like like you just kind of when you pay attention to it, you just kind of notice it, and you're like, yeah, they really do know how to voice act really well. No doubt about it. Sure, why not? At this point, I'm just buying a bunch of random stuff. How much money do I have? How much money did I get? I didn't want that. I wanted this. Sure, let's get... Okay, never mind. I was gonna say, let's get all the RPG upgrades, I guess, because why not? Ugh. Now I gotta get used to the controller. What's with this speed acceleration thing going on here? You know, I should probably just possess the big guys. So that way I can just use them against everyone else. And I don't have to fry dudes. You know, so I can get stuff back out of it. God, I know. I know I'm going back on an older topic here, but man, I just want to play some Crash. Not gonna lie. Nothing wrong with that, always good. Oh, for fucking crying out loud. How did I beat this on 99 mode? I'm starting to wonder. Probably a lot of just getting away and running away and all that fun stuff, most likely. I wouldn't be surprised. Just trying to hide, build up shield regen, get health, stuff back. I mean, sorry, in all fairness, realistically speaking, a lot of it really just kind of boils down to your build, your setup. Are you fucking kidding me? Why do you only show up right when I'm doing stuff? That's not what I meant to do. This is what I meant to do. Like, I know when it comes to handyman, there's certain spots you can have. Well, only, to be fair, realistically, only in one area, which is like the big industries area. It's like a very specific spot. He's not dying, dude. Bro ain't going down. Yeah, this is absolute ass. There's like a specific spot in the Fink Industries area you can hide at, and you can just completely avoid him altogether. It's pretty cool. Oh my god, dude! Grab the fucking gun! I am not doing so hot. I have no ammo. Sure, I have protection. But this fucking asshole won't get off me. So I gotta deal with this crap. There should be, I think, RPGs up here. Somewhere. Should be, at least. Speaking of RPGs... Oh my god, I know! It's right! Did you guys see that? It just flat out fucking disappeared. It just disappeared. Just out of nowhere. Just decided to all of a sudden just not exist anymore. Why? If I had to guess, I probably accidentally opened another tear somewhere. That's Liz. Guess we got that damage boost, huh? Oh my lord. Die. Oh yeah, it's funny. Yesterday we went to a game store to buy some stuff. I think it might have been, no. Trying to remember a store I bought. Whatever. Oh yeah, I've heard of some help from GameStop. But anyway, there's another game store we went to, and they just happened to have like a replica of the blades from God of War. And to be fair, it's very off-brandish looking blades too, not gonna lie. And to be quite honest, not very good looking. But that's beside the point. They don't even look like any sort of blades that Kratos ever used.
Do it now! You bet.
And he was like, "Look, do you want the chains of Olympus?"
Open it.
Okay.
I'm like, no. Because one, they look like shit. And two, that's not even what they're called. So it's just kind of funny that he got that all confused. I think that's funny. I don't care. I'm just saying, like, I just think it's funny, that's all. Funny little story. Like, no, that's the name of the game. That's the PSP game. The Blades of Chaos is what you're thinking of. Which I think it's supposed to be the God of War Blades of Chaos, but they don't even look like that either. It's very odd. Whoever designed these blades, fucking, I mean, good job on, like, making something cool, I guess, but it's just one of those things where it's like, it really does not look like what it's supposed to be at all. Okay, where is this fucking asshole?
That's all I've got.
I'll get used to the whole switching in a minute. It's just gonna take me, like, a bit. This is why you have to play the game hardball all the time. There should be a salts dispensary around here, right? I thought? Maybe not. I think we go... I think they want us to get through here first. And then all of a sudden the game's gonna tell us, nope! You can't do that, you can't go here, because reasons, or something. Well, I mean, we're supposed to go that way, it looks like. Nothing's stopping Liz from opening the lock pick, so... I would assume that we're probably good to go. Alright, Emporia. Look at all this. Look at all this. Oh yeah, we've got a ways to go, ladies and gentlemen. We got our last Vigor, which is very good and useful against Lady Comstock. I know I keep talking her up like a big game, but she... Dude. Lady Comstock's not someone to mess with, I promise. She is an asshole in this game. She is a tough son of a bitch. And she pops up 3 times, so she's not very fun to fight. Oh, God, get used to the game again, please. Stop making this so damn hard on yourself. It's BioShock, dude. You should know how to play BioShock. No, I might even just start that stream thing of BioShock, or not BioShock, but the one idea I had of all the games together. Damn it! What am I trying to say? The damn thing, you know, where I do all the hardcore and stuff. I was kind of waiting until I got done with my Let's Play stuff first, and then I would go do it. Which I mentioned this before, but I might cut off on Dark Ages for now. I might come back and do it maybe in the future. But I think, honestly, not gonna lie, I shouldn't do it right now, because it's just too much going on. Ugh! You play on hard, and this is what you get. I have no reason to complain, but there is a sniper rifle thing. Like right there. You're supposed to run into this. But you can pretty much just tell it's been a while since I played the game, so... It's kind of my bad. I like the sniper in this game, though. Yeah, that's one thing I really can't complain about. It's like, I do like a lot of the weapons. And if you're wondering, what's my opinion about not having an arsenal of weapons? Like having, only 2 guns you can use at one time. Back then, when I was younger, for BioShock, specifically for BioShock, I did not like it. I was like, wow, you got rid of the arsenal. Like 1 and 2 had that, why would 3 not have it? And then, after playing it over the years, it's like, it doesn't really matter, because you can get upgrades for those guns, regardless if you have the guns on hand at all. And, I mean, are we really going to be using all the guns in BioShock 1 all the time? No. Is it nice to have them just in case? Absolutely. You know, grenade launcher for Big Daddies. Crossbow for Big Daddy fights. Chemical thrower for Big Daddy fights. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we can tell where I'm going with this, but for the most part, like, you don't really need all that stuff for majority of your fights. I typically play the game in a way where I just use wrench only for, like, a good portion of it. And I will only realistically ever use something that's slightly different. Because... But there's, that's what Return to Sender basic #1 version, level 1, what do you want to call it? Its non-chargeable attack does. That's what it does. I did not mean to kill the people in here. They just happen to die to my bullets. My bullets just so happen to kind of just go into their skulls and, well, eradicate their brain matter. So, I don't know. I didn't do it. There's a lot of stuff in here, ain't there? Holy moly. Anywho, like, in all honesty, the only time I really need to use stuff is for very specific moments. And this game likes to give you weapons on very specific moments. Like, for example, right in here, right? There was this whole sniper fort going on. Well, they gave us a sniper to combat it. So, it's all really up to the devs on how they want to give us our stuff to make the game enjoyable. And honestly, Infinite does an okay job at, well, that. I was gonna say, did I only come in here just for that? Just for a goddamn lockpick? Because this is not, I'm pretty sure this is not progress. Yeah, one thing I should have probably used more often was melee, because it does actually stun enemies. But I'm only really good at doing that when I'm playing on a controller, because having to hit V all the way down there as a melee is kind of annoying. Even though I probably could have just changed my button layout, but this is me we're talking about. I'm not very smart sometimes, I guess. It happens. It's okay. We're still all having a good time, right? So I think it's fine. We've been here already. I don't need to go that way. And by the way, don't worry about how big this place is. It'll probably take us like maybe a video to get through it, maybe if that. It's not that huge, but there is a lot of just stuff you can kind of go do.
Ready.
It's probably the most stuff to do area of the entire game. Oh, I thought there was a ghost for a second. I'm like, oh, okay. I didn't realize there was a ghost in this game. There's ghosts in BioShock 1, that's for sure. Because BioShock 1 is a scary game. Someone's a hoarder. What is this, Tenenbaum's house again? No. Yeah, for a hoarder, there's nothing here. So I call bullshit. I think they just wanted an excuse to go kill the guy.
What a waste.
Or he tricked us into going in there, who knows? It could be a number of things. Why are they always carrying snacks on them? Is that their lunch that they brought with them for that day? Alright, let's see here. Yeah, this is going to be an annoying fight. I'll show you what the charged version does. I think it does go through vigors, go through salts. Damn it. Okay, they're trying to fight the Tin Man, so maybe I should probably help with that. I mean, the only one that really is going to hurt at all is definitely the Fireman. They're probably single-handedly the most annoying one to deal with. It'll take me some time. Don't worry, I'll get used to it again. The whole switcheroo thing. I think I'm just used to Halo because I'm hitting RB to reload. That's basically a Halo thing. Yeah, by the way, executions do give you time to heal up during it. So you are able to get your shield back during an execution. If you so chose. But the return to sender thing only really works if there's enemies with bullets, by the way, so that's why I can't really use it right now. Apologize. Damn it! I can show it off. Alright, so basically, when you get shot with bullets, you deflect it, and then you can throw it back. It's really good, though. Most, if not all, the vigors in this game are really good. In my opinion, at least. I tend to kind of enjoy them a lot, which I guess that's kind of what matters most, right? Is what I think, in my opinions, or fact. No, but I unironically do think that the vigors are pretty good. And that's all I ask for, you know? I just want good guns, I want good level design, I guess, and good solid powers. Because even though BioShock 2 was more than capable of building upon BioShock 1 in terms of powers, admittedly, having these different types of, like, stranger combination powers, I guess, kind of works really well in Infinite's favor. Infinite's a really... It's interesting because gaming... That one's a really annoying one to deal with, by the way. Because you kind of have to just know, like, oh, it reloaded. I think it does tell you, but, like, it's kind of... Yeah, it's not my favorite gear. But anyway, yeah, so, like, BioShock 1 and BioShock 2, like, BioShock 2 built upon what BioShock 1 did. It made it more centered around the gameplay aspect of it, to be fair. It really did. Story-wise, in my opinion, not so much. I'm not a big fan of the story of 2 compared to 1. But, regardless, what gameplay we did get, like, it's honestly pretty obvious that they did build upon, and they made it technically better. Like, telekinesis can be upgraded, you know, that kind of stuff. So, there's a lot of interesting things. And the way that plasmids got changed, I'm not going to grab any bodies just yet because they have health on them. And we're going to have a boss fight here later. A little later. Not right now, but a little later. Regardless, yeah, so...
Need money?
Here's also the best spot to stand for the coin infinite glitch thing, by the way, if you need to do that. Just let you know. And then, honestly, like, we probably would have gotten fatigued a little bit if BioShock Infinite only just did what BioShock 1 and 2 did. So, I guess what I'm trying to say is I'm not that angry. Oh, that's a volley gun. Oops. I'm not that angry about what BioShock Infinite fully did, I guess, as I used to be. Because having a slightly different game in your franchise is never really a bad thing for me. I would argue.
The sergeant looked at me and said, "Your family
because even though it's not exact,
GP or two, doesn't it, son?"
it still kind of, I guess, works a bit. I'm not a fan of the story, though, that's for sure. Liz, open the damn gate.
Wonderful of you to make the journey, especially considering
Now,
your painful
being
past.
different doesn't always mean it's going to be good.
The dress.
So, for example, even though it's not really a bad game, I know, it's definitely a little bit weaker in the franchise, but RE6, Resident Evil 6, is, without a doubt, just one of the more, in my opinion, definitely weaker entries of it. Because, like, 2 built upon 1, right? 2, in my opinion, was, like, a much better 1. And I'm not a big fan of 3, though, so I'm just gonna leave that there. If you think it built upon it, that's fine. But I think 2 was, like, the hallmark of it. And 4 just decimated everything. Even though it's a lot different. Like, it's a ton different. I still think that they did a hell of a job with 4, no doubt about it. It wasn't really that scary, but it definitely made a really cool game. And it went away from, I guess you could say, the quote-unquote fatigue of RE survival horror fixed camera era. Not that it really needed it that bad, but it's just one of those, like, it's kind of neat, I guess. And then, of course, we had the over-the-shoulder era going on for a bit there. With 4, 5, and 6. Not counting the spin-offs, of course. I'm just mainly talking about the games. And then that probably would have... Honestly, I think after 6, like, I definitely felt the fatigue of over-the-shoulder stuff. I was like, okay, I'm getting tired of this crap. Because 6 just did not... Yeah. Also, look. Is that Lutece? Looks like it. Brayling is a hoarder. Yeah, look at that. Interesting, huh? Very interesting. Now we do this. But then we got hit with 7. And it was like first person. And it's like, whoa. Like that one, honestly, just felt like a breath of fresh air, you know? It's like, whoa, this is cool.
How are you, Mother?
And then we got 8, and it's like, damn, they really improved upon 7. Like, no doubt. Like, 7's a little hard to go back to. But 8 is like, wow, dude. It's the 4. It's the RE4 of Resident Evil, like, the first-person shooter games. Which makes me hopeful for 9 being really good. Which I'm glad we got it confirmed. So I'm excited for that. Kind of a cool name, too, with Requiem. It has that little RE vibe to it, I guess you could say. So I'm looking forward to that, no doubt. And it's cool that it can be third-person or first-person, which is really neat. Which 8 had that DLC where you can put in the third-person. But honestly, it's too good just as a first-person game that it's like, I don't know. It doesn't work for me. But I would love to one day play RE4 in VR, though. That'd be kind of neat, I guess. Alright, so Lady Comstock has escaped. Hopefully you have returned to sender. And the invincibility from getting health
Where did she go?
stuff on gear.
No, I'm getting that hand.
You're not going to exactly need it,
Why is your mother a ghost?
but it will help
She's not.
a ton.
He used me to power that.
At least it did for me. So basically, what you gotta do here is just attack her. Eventually she'll... Okay. Never mind, I guess that's your health right now. Attack her, lob some return to senders at her ass when these guys start firing. And that's pretty much, realistically, all you really need to do. And I get it. It's like, well, what's so hard about this at all? This looks easy. And I get that. I get where you're coming from.
There you go.
But it's not really the easiest thing, to be fair. I don't know, it's hard to explain, but what makes it hard is if you're not taking out these guys fast enough, you'll definitely have a harder time with dealing with it. And there's so many guys with just machine guns that it's honestly like, why not just use the return to sender ability instead? Because at least then, not only do you have protection, but at the same time, you can also just get like that extra bomb with it. The problem with her fight is, one, you gotta do this 3 times, and at the same time, it's like, it's just so much of just constantly building up enemies and just this kind of crap. It's really annoying. So, but luckily, Return to Sender works really well against these guys, and yes, you can bring them back to life. And as far as I know, see, I'm already getting fucked. See, yeah, like I messed up there because they're not playing well. And now she's gonna get basically full health back because, you know, that's just how this game sucks. Dude, why does this game like to piss me off so much? I don't get it. What have I done? Now, by the way, whenever you kill enemies or when you're getting hurt, do make sure that you, at the very least, go kill enemies so you get health back when you're fighting her ass. Yeah, if you just do like the one single thing, it'll just put up a shield, which is nice. But this is way better to have because it just does that. And it will launch itself, by the way, so just bear that in mind. And the trick with this fight, it's just pattern-based. All you really have to do realistically is just make sure you keep consistently building up, whatever you gotta do. Grabbing med kits. You know, running away like this. Grab your med packs, then run back in, and then go for an attack. Always have, like, basically consistent health. And by the way, these guys will always have the same item. So if they don't have food or whatever, then you're pretty much screwed at that point. At least I don't think they get items back. They shouldn't. God damn. Like, you can just tell already, like, I'm already having, like, a hard time doing this. I can just go grab the crank gun, though, to be fair. It'd probably be way better if I did. There, she's dead. Well, she's not dead, but she's definitely down.
What am I?
Oh, my lord. I'll grab the crank gun. Well, there's a machine gun at the very least, so I can just grab that, but I need something with at least automatic weaponry here because, yeah, there they are, digging up their graves. Because in this world, they don't exist or something. By the way, I still have no idea how to get in there. I forgot. I think there might be like one of these tombstones you can just go touch. But I don't remember at all. So it's definitely one of those, like, yeah, we're just going to avoid it for now, not mess with it too much. Alright. Who wrinkled my Randy Travis poster? Pissed in the seat and hid my keys. I can't say the last part of that line because YouTube will definitely not like it. Treadsky reference.
Go ahead.
Yes, there's also 2 medpack locations, though, thank goodness. If there wasn't, this would be way harder to deal with. And something else, just... Again, maybe I could be wrong. I've never really tested it fully, so I can't exactly determine whether or not this is true. I think that machine gun or automatic weapons might be your best choice. Something like a shotgun or whatever in that fight just was not helping. It's great against the small fry. Having a shotgun against him is great. But I think using something like a machine gun would be much more beneficial toward using it against Comstock or so.
Yeah.
Alright, get ready for one of the more interesting aspects of this game that they sometimes do. Where pretty much you have these flying houses that you can kind of go up to. And yeah, you actually have to jump up to that because it just floats back up and down. Pretty cool, huh? They don't do that very often. They don't really do a lot of this in the sky stuff very often. But there's not really much you can do with it, I guess. Without, I guess, ruining the gameplay aspect of it.
There you go.
You know, the area-to-area game.
I'm not ready.
I missed that shot. God, they really eat your shield like it's nothing, man. Like, don't get me wrong, shields are incredibly important. Like, no doubt. This game's a lot easier with shields, but it's definitely absolute that they really truly do just like a ton of damage. Alright, I'm just gonna go ahead and grab the machine gun again because I'm gonna need something. Repeater, whatever. Alright, we gotta go in there. I will admit, this is probably one of the best parts about BioShock Infinite. This is probably one of the best levels that you can play.
It's done.
Admittedly. It's sort of open world-ish. Not really open world, but it's mostly just like open-ended kind of. And you don't really get to see that very often. And honestly, BioShock, even though it doesn't really do a lot of open-ended stuff, well, yeah, BioShock is still, for what it's worth, technically, at the end of the day, still kind of linear, but arguably, there's still at least some open-endedness to it, I feel. At the very least. Alright, find the next tear. Do some people misread that as tear? It's like read and read, you know?
Comstock did to her.
What did you mean before when you said Lady Comstock?
Let's see, anything? Yep. I'm gonna get health because I keep dying a lot. Man.
She's a reflection.
Salts are great and all, but honestly, I mean, now that I think about it, maybe having Salt and Shield might just be much better. Because at the end of the day, you could just use salts to protect yourself from getting hit with your shield. So, it'd probably make more sense if I did that instead. Move! You're in the way. There's also a dead body in here, by the way, too. So you can... Yeah, she got burnt alive because these ass wipes, I'm pretty sure, got to her. Any vigor upgrades that need to be upgraded? Well, where's Return to Cinder at? Or Sin for Less, which that's huge. So I'm going to save up for that. That's a huge, huge thing to have. Not going to lie. Aren't we... I was gonna say, like, didn't we come here earlier, or didn't we come from here earlier? I feel like we've been over here, but... Oh, no. Probably not. I don't think so. It don't look like it, at the very least. So, probably not. Well, there's this... Yeah, there's this side. In combat. Fuck off. From who? Who? You mean to tell me that Liz ran this far ahead and got stuck into a fight? Because of course she would. Because why wouldn't she? I tend to forget this game has auto aim, which I think is most likely probably the plan on controller, maybe? Probably. Yeah, don't try to melee fireman, it's not worth it. It really isn't. I think it was just him. So now we should be able to go back and get that lockpick open real fast. I mean, because there is, after all, another upgrade we can grab. We probably should just grab salt, actually, now that I think about it.
Got it.
That would probably be the better choice right now. We only have, like, level 3 salt, so having that little extra bit, especially with that, you know, once I get my hands on Sin for Less, it's going to help out massively. And honestly, usually when I get Return to Sender, it's like that's the only thing I have equipped for like the rest of the game. Return to Sender is just so damn powerful. I'm sure there's other powers that are pretty good. There's one, I forget how you do it. I think you have to use Undertow, and you have to hold the enemies in place, and then after that, I think you use the charge move, whatever it was called. Yeah, it's just called charge. Charge, I think, is probably one of the weakest things to have in this game, but I could be wrong. There could be maybe some type of... There always could be something I don't know about that's, like, really good, like, really top-notch stuff. Oh, yeah, these guys, like... Yes, the shield should protect you from just melees as well. I know I was going to say the crank gun for Comstock, but honestly, she ain't coming by anytime soon. I'm better off just going and using it now. blasting you guys like. I don't want to try to use salts too much, but I'm gonna have to. Please tell me there's something I can grab. Just damn near anything I can grab. And real quick, why are these guys so damn tanky for? Like, I understand I'm playing on hard mode, but, like, are they really supposed to be this tanky all the time? Was this always a thing with them and I just didn't know? Or didn't really pay attention to? Because they're arguably way harder to deal with than I thought they would be. Thank you. I wish that would give me, you know, the invincibility thing too. There might be an Eve link in this game. Maybe. I'm not really sure. You know, I wouldn't be surprised if it was, but I don't think so. So we should go explode soon. Oh, come on. I got the... Thank you. I was going to say, I got the invincibility thing on. Can you please do it? I think he might have killed that guy, too. We good? I think they're all dead. I don't know. They seem like they are, but... Oh, well. Should be nothing over here. Oh, no, there was stuff over here. I about missed some money. How silly of me. I would have missed a lot of stuff, actually, if I didn't look over there like an idiot. That's why I gotta look at these things. Yeah, as you can tell, I definitely play a lot better on controller. I think that should just go without saying. Like, I'm able to click on things faster, do things faster, that sort of deal. Okay, push button and leave. We probably should just end it here, because if we're going to a leave area section with a loading screen, I think it's probably best we just end it. I hate doing that, but anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you all next time for the second Lady Comstock fight when we get there. And of course, as always, take care, everybody.